All right, let's get this thing started. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good whatever it may be. Welcome to my stream. I'm Zero One. Thank you for joining me. And I'm doing a kind of a late stream for the day, but who cares? Oh, cool. Good ideas, Dragon. Good idea. I approve of this message. uh, he's going on vacation soon and going to go visit family, so cool. Anyway, tonight we're resuming our play of Timberborn because I'm silly and I'm addicted to this stupid beaver game. So let's hop right on in, even though I don't recall what I was doing exactly last week. Nice. Cool. I hope you have a lot of fun. It's been kind of hard to find Pokemon packs pretty much anywhere lately. But I wish you a lot of luck. Okay, we definitely want to deal with this if we can. If we can get up here and cap that, then great. Like we did the thing with this. We can now get bad water on a regular basis. We're at 5.1k science, which means we're already building this. So we've already unlocked that, which means we can unlock other things instead. What shall we unlock? What can we unlock? Bulletin bowl. Well, let's concentrate first on things that are 100% useful. I might. I have no reason not to unlock the various things. Except that it takes so long for them to build certain things. And let's go ahead and unlock those. We'll unlock the factories and the things we need to build them. Which will also include the printing press. Beaverbots, roll out. Okay, good. They have that stuff there. Let's build another lodge over here. I forget what the extract is good for except for explosives. Did I pause by mistake? I did. Okay. Okay, we have plenty of potential food. Plenty of treated planks. Oh, good. Alright, so that'll add more water there, which will help keep all this land up here green. But I said not to plant any trees there. Because, you know, we need to have actual road to go around there. We have plenty of lumber. That's good, but how are we doing up here? No, didn't want to build it, just wanted to unlock it for now. Okay, far more power than we need here. Good. Are you guys not importing water? Is that what's going on over here? That just needs 3 more gears, which I guess if I pause this, and this shouldn't be a problem. I'm gonna just bump up to speed 2. He says after he does it. Okay, see, what I need is the kind of power I have laid out over here if I'm going to build these bot factories. Ah, get rid of that. Pause that for the moment. I want to see if I can just connect another thing to that. Yeah, I can, huh? Then let's get rid of these. Alrighty, no worries. Alright, so let's see. At the very least, we're going to need to have another power shaft up here. We need 3 part factories, which is a little on the frustrating side. We're going to need to go vertical because we're going to have a road over here. Well, that's cute. Yep, 4 more. It'll probably take a little while. But I'll get there eventually, I suspect. I also need a refinery here. Thank you very much. I appreciate the faith. And the hope. It'll happen eventually. I'm sure of it. It's just a matter of when. And we will also need... Yeah, let's... No, let's not go with that. Go with this size for biofuel. And bot assembler needs to be about there, which is a problem because I should have put it like right there. Let's see if we can get it to fit there. That doesn't look like it wants to work. There. Lower the priority on these. In fact, pause that one entirely. And that. Interesting. Nice. I don't know a whole lot about the cards themselves. Spring is more into Pokemon in every single way than I am. But she also has an appreciation for collecting the cards in general. I haven't collected anything in a long, long time, really. But cool. It's always when you get... It's good. Always a good thing when you get something that's worth a lot more than you actually pay. I know that much. That will be the bot chassis. This will be the bot limbs. And this will be the bot heads. Carrots. And we will need multiple warehouses over here. So we're going to need to reshape the land a little bit. Did I resolve the water problem up here? Okay, good. Also good that they've started on that. Will do. And thank you for sending it, by the way. And get back to finishing or working on that. I had expected that I would probably build the bot assembly plants down here, or bot heart plants down here, but maybe I'll build some other ones down here. What did I want built there? Is that going to be trees? Nope, these are going to be berry bushes. Okay. Once this gets built, that is. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. I think what I'm going to need to do is either build another district down here or something. I want to build a another floodgate down here to save water. I don't know. When I did collect things, I hoarded them. I never sold any of my comics or anything else that I collected. Unfortunately, I still lost them. The ex sold them on her own or gave them away at various sales, garage sales and things, but I always tried to hoard them and hold on to them for as long as possible to get the best possible prices eventually. Might be something that works for you too, but I don't know if you should follow my example on that. Hang on, hang on. Nope, with these paws, they'll be able to get to them, so never mind that. Hmm. Yeah, I think she's gone to bed, so you might be better off asking in Discord. If not, then I'll ask her in the morning. If not, what? I don't know. I'm confused and delirious. Fair enough. Okay, 10 gears. There's 2 gears there. There's 2 gears. Another 2. And another 2. Why are you guys not gathering these parts here? Build another large warehouse for berries. Hey guys, there's something for you to build. Oh, you're already putting planks into it. Alright, fine. Fair enough. That needs more planks. Gears. Same there. Bump up the priority there. Lower the priority there. Punch cards. Bot chassis. Bot heads. Bot limbs. Un momento, por favor. Distribution. Always import bad water. Good, good, good. Just everybody's busy doing other things right now, so that's fine. I think. Surprisingly, they, well, I guess not surprisingly, really, exhausted their log supply. But what we also need over here is the printing press. But I can probably put a printing press somewhere else. Somewhere that it'll be a little more easy to work in. Maybe. That's our paper mill. Yeah, there's no way I can get a printing press in here. Is there? Maybe. We put a medium supply there. This will require paper, won't it? Yeah, I think so. This printing press will be together in no time. And that just needs one log. Years of plenty coming in. I can get started on that plant too. And eventually this whole thing will just start coming together. Eventually. That's almost done. This is almost ready. Okay, so this got all the planks that need it. Ah, they finished building that. Good. Pause the inventor. Take away a guy from there. Are these trees ready? Yeah, I think they can be cut down. Let's put in a couple of floodgates back here. And some on the other side. I think the explosives can go off underwater, but I don't want to flood this just in case. Not yet, at least. Yeah, see, what did I tell you? They were going to get this done in no time. Don't have enough employees for it yet, but still. I'm concerned about this. That needs water. That needs to be filled with water. I forget what catalyst is used for. Okay, I know I put these up here. I changed my mind, sort of, kind of, yeah. Drought approaching, oh no. What I think I will do is build a farmhouse up here. Put a strip of dynamite there. And let's make these high priority. Once we get that dynamite into place, we can... Whoops. Did I pause it? I paused it. We can then detonate it. And even with a thin strip of water that we pump, that we fill it with, this entire area will turn green, and then we can make this whole thing farmland, or at least a significant amount of it farmland, where we can grow carrots. When I graduated high school, I think it had actually gone up to about 3.15. But that was also 30 years ago. The scales have changed a bit since then, from what I understand, and it's a little more meaningful than it used to be, but I did not do all that well in school. Let's make this a double strip. These all up to about 0.85. We're not quite done with the bridge yet, so we're going to be losing the water over here again. Come on, guys. Can we get that built? Alright, I'm gonna guess we can't get that built. At least not right now. Logs, 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 logs. Do not export logs from here. You need them too badly right now. Okay, water levels are looking good. Really should have made that a levee. Okay, where is this? Why are you contaminated? Okay, so we got this built. What else can we build up here? Oh, let's go ahead and get that researched. Fields up, red alert. In short, stop pumping water everywhere. At least for now. I'm gonna let that one continue. No worries. That's how it usually goes. You know, grandmas will let you watch whatever you want. No worries. I'm getting distracted in my own little world here anyway. Trying to figure out what the heck I'm actually doing and trying to do. I appreciate it. Oh-ho. I didn't see this getting built out quite as much. And that's why you deserve it. Alright. Mechanical fluid pump. That's gonna go right about there. What we will need is power. Yeah. Oh, wow. They got one of the factories done. But the rest of the power structure is not in place. So that's not completely useful yet. Okay, carrots are being farmed there, which is good for both food and other reasons, but still. What am I trying to do? How long is this drought? 4.5 days. We should be fine. Excuse me. Hmm. Hum. They started building that? Yeah, okay, good. Just need planks. What about that? A few more planks as well. All right. All right, day 1 down. Okay, good. That's supplying water. This is almost built. I paused again because I'm silly. Looks like we're doing an okay job at keeping water. Look at all the punch cards. Punch cards are useful for one thing. They help the bots once they're actually up and running and you have some. To go faster, they have pre-programmed instructions for them and things, so they work better that way. You guys still haven't finished building this because you've ignored these parts just sitting there? Okay, about 3 days left of drought. Because if I can get up here, then I might be able to cap that. might be able to. Just collect this, guys. Just collect it. Save yourself some trouble. Oh, hey. They already got this together. You know what? Let's go ahead and detonate that. Now, you may be wondering why I'm going to put more explosives down here. And the simple answer is to hold even more water down here. They sneakily went and built that for me. So, once again, once this is all filled with explosives, I'll be able to do the same thing I'm about to do here. Yeah, I got a day and a half of more water. Or drought. No problem. We can start flooding this. Because I don't think any of these guys are going to die in a day without water. Oh, day and a half. But by dumping water in here, we should start greening up the area. Ta-da! We're going to just let water go ahead and flow freely into those areas once the drought is over. Still needs treated planks. That is a very tough and loaded question. On one hand, I would love to go into either the Star Trek or Star Wars universes. On the other, I'd die quickly in either one. If I were to go into one of the fantasy books I've read, in particular by any of the ones by R.A. Salvatore, I would be very, very happy there, and again, die kind of quickly. So, kind of a tough one to answer. What about you? For 24 hours? Well, not enough time to do anything in 24 hours. At least nothing of any real interest. But you can still get yourself killed in 24 hours. I would say probably something in the Star Wars universe. Alright, drought is officially, well, almost officially over. But, yeah, we're hurting for water in a few places. Not enough to cause a mass die-off, but still. Yeah, you're not making any easier of a choice for me. Because I'd happily live in either of those worlds. Happily. Water? Come on, where are the berries? Berries are always import. What's our water depth here? 0.49. Our water depth here. I can't really say, honestly. I've been a Star Wars and Star Trek fan all my life, and I love R.A. Salvatore's works. And there's something about each of them that's just utterly captivating for me. Do we have anyone alive down here still? I'm guessing we do. Oop. Come on, we need one more plank here. The car. Why does that sound familiar? Which universe is that? It's ringing a bell, but I can't think of it. Ah, okay. Um, I guess I'd go and try to find out answers to old questions. Answer a lot of the lore, you know? Or investigate a lot of the lore. See how much everyone really knows about the Star Wars universe within the universe. See what's what. I think it'd still be the same answer. Go learn as much as possible. Because I've always loved history. So that would be a thing for me. I considered trying to study to become an archaeologist. So having the opportunity to go to completely different universe would be interesting. Um, any one of R.A. Salvatore's books, mostly the ones in the Forgotten Realms, the Dungeons and Dragons. I think it would be fun. Not for everybody, but I think it would be fun. Hmm. Can we wedge an explosives factory in here? Do I remember where the explosive factory is? Come on, get some more water in here. I go to 10 towns and just try to survive the winter. Well, survive, period, but, you know. That would be my primary goal. Get my butt to Icewind, or excuse me, to the 10 towns in Icewind Dale. And try to figure out how to make a life for myself there. Get this back up to 75. Icewind Dale is no fun place to be, but I can think of worse places. Okay, where am I trying to look? Here. This is where I'm trying to look. Mm. I mean, on one hand, the obvious answer is try to become a Jedi. I'd probably end up screwing up and be either a Dark Jedi or somewhere in between. Being a Gray Jedi would be curious. Okay, I think I can go ahead and pause these two. But we should have lots of food everywhere. All right. All right, since we're having problems with water over here, let's build a large water pump. Let's get these built as quickly as possible. We can access those warehouse spaces. What's our water level looking like here? 0.62. Raise that up to 0.65. Point 0.57, 0.76. Color Prime, I'm not familiar with. Color Prime? Yeah, not familiar with that. But in general, Star Trek universe is generally a little more safe than a lot of the others. Generally. Again, I think I'd more or less try to keep an eye on everybody, see how things are going, what people are up to. Make sure nobody was up to any bad business, if I can. Okay, is my... Okay, my bridges have not been built over here. Are you trying to get me into trouble or something? Okay, plenty of paper. This only needs a few more planks to be done. We will fill this with gears because all of these require gears. Well, metal blocks too. What I want is for them to finish with this. Ah, I need explosives. I need explosives soon. Quickly. The reason we are making this deeper is so that we can actually have another water pump here in case of emergency. The gear factory there? Yeah. Alright, good, 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 good. Activate that gatherer. And so we have another source of food, which is good. Eh, eh. Romulus, huh? Not a fun place to be if you like living. And I kind of like living. I would probably just mind my own business and let this suspicious person go about their day. Let them do what they want to do. uh, I find it on my own. Don't tell anyone I found it and disappear. Minzo is dangerous. Again, short lifespans. I understand. No worries. I understand. It's just you're curious about it. And so I get it. But ew, Menzoberranzan and Romulus are not happy places to live. Yeah, I know, because we have no water up here, so calm down. Go do something else for the time being. Ugh. Yep, go for it. That I would probably do. Find my place in the world. Excuse me. Hey, Knights. Yeah, just a bit. I have nothing else to do today, or tomorrow. So I figure may as well stay up and play this and have some fun, relax. How are you doing? It's a fun little game. It's a little addictive. I really shouldn't play as much as I do because this game is, like I said, a little bit addictive, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the way it makes me want to pull my hair out at times. But it's a fun little one. Resource management primarily. Good, good, good. Is anybody left alive over here? I must have had a die-off in this little place. The basic premise of this game is that centuries after humanity wiped themselves out, beavers take over the world and are trying to establish a civilization. Dragon, I would never gamble with Romulans. They take it way too seriously. They take everything way too seriously. Okay, we have plenty of punch cards now. That's good. Hey, guys, are you gonna, build what I want you to build or destroy what I want you to destroy? All right. How about that? Are we going to get some movement here? All right, what can I build over here that we desperately need? Yeah, let's store some bread there. Because why not? This is taking a lot longer than I expected to fill. That should be a levy. What this needs is a way to select a lot of things at once. Be able to delete them. And I don't know of any way to do that. Yay, a new drought. Go to Bajor, eh? Bajor could be quite groovy. Have access to the wormhole. Go to the Delta Quadrant. Hang out on Deep Space Nine. Assuming it's not in the middle of the Dominion War. Fake being a janitor? I'd work for that. I'd gladly take the job and be a janitor. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't actually be employed by them, but I'd be doing the work nonetheless. A way of keeping my skin, so to speak. You guys still haven't completed this? Hey, come on, guys. Why am I being tested? Oh, good. The refinery is going. That's good. Hey, come on. It's still supplying water, still supplying water. Why are we not getting water movement? Well, I can tolerate cold pretty well, but I do not want to go to Hoth. So I will be staying my butt on Tatooine. 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 Hey, Bernie. How are you? Yeah, I think you did too, Dragon. I'm not doing too bad. Beginning to get a little sleepy at long last, but doing pretty good overall. Okay, let's pause that in the hopes that they'll go ahead and finish this or finish that. Because I need water over here desperately. Not to mention food, but need the water more. Manage population. Used to be that there was a robot option as well. These are children, I think. Unless they're no longer counting the minimum, or the children as part of the minimums. That is true, Bernie. It could be worse, could live on Remus. It may be one of the things that I have set up more or less to help prevent spamming, but hopefully not. You don't seem to be a spammer. Planks. Always import those. You guys. Always import planks. Okay. This is the truth. I appreciate that. I had to ban a guy offering me viewers earlier, which was fun. That's always fun. Or trying to sell me viewers, rather. Excuse me. I asked this dragon, Mr. Dragon, what's in it for him? All right. Let's stop pumping water in most of these locations. This drought is going to be 7 days, so this is going to be a tough one. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. See, being a dark elf, being a drow, you learn not to trust anyone. Especially in Menzoberranzan. Yeah, may as well pause. I may as well pause. These beavers are going to die. All of them over here. They're going to die. Because I can't get them to do anything. It's taking them forever to start putting the explosives in there. Pause that. We are pretty much low on water everywhere. Let me... Stop pumping water. I stopped these over here, right? No. All right. Please, 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 can I just finish this? Well, in that case, trust dragon with my life. Give him the bow and see what kind of better life I can find elsewhere. You're welcome. Okay, so they're going to try to recover, which is good. I think what I will do is plant some more berry bushes up here. Try to find my way to Deep Space Nine so I can actually apply for a job in Quarks. That's what I do. Okay, 5.3 days left. Hey. You're going to make me build a hauler's post, which is going to require a lot more resources so that I can haul water into this spot. Seems kind of cruel. That's true, but resources on Bajor are slim and stretched thin. Unless something's happened in the era between Deep Space Nine's ending and, uh, say, Star Trek Picard's era, where things have gotten better on Bajor itself. They were always, during the series, stretched very thin for all sorts of resources. You have a better chance of having a happy life on Deep Space Nine, despite all of the threats of war and other chaos with the station. So, in general, I'd take my chances with Deep Space Nine and finding a job on the station, even if it's not at Quarks. Yeah. And with trade going through the wormhole and Dominion War theoretically over, things should have gotten a lot better on Bajor. But you never know. Oh, forgot to pause that. What else does this need? Gears. Don't really need metal. You guys can pause that for the moment. You need the water too much. Same with that. Yeah, Earth seems to have it happening. Or Vulcan. Maybe Andor if you're pushing it. Or if you like ice. Yeah, that's reasonable, I think. You spawn in the world of swords, or the Sea of Swords, where you land on Luskin and you feel in your pocket a recommendation of high worth to join one of the two major factions, High Captain or Arcane Brotherhood. The High Captains, the pirates of Luskin, I wouldn't trust them one bit, Dragon. So probably the Arcane Brotherhood, though they're also not exactly trustworthy. I tolerate both the heat and the cold pretty well, Bernie. So I think either one would work for me. Excuse me. How much in the way of resources this is going to require? A lot. Well, get to it anyway. I think when this drought is over, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. That is true, too. But on the flip side of that, there's Vulcan being a highly advanced society. They undoubtedly have good air conditioning. The nice thing about the Star Trek universe is that you could beam from one location to another, and it got to be even more so in Picard. I don't know if you watched the series, it's particularly the first season, where he was trying to save the androids. Uh, Personal transporters or transport stations seem to be set up everywhere, so you wouldn't have to be outside for very long. My one problem with it is that each season seemed to be completely disconnected from the rest of the seasons. And so it just left plot holes hanging, especially the end of season 2, where we don't know what happened with the Borg ship that was guarding this giant portal or transwarp gateway. And it was just, whatever. You are very welcome, Dragon. In general, I thought that each season of Picard was decent. Wasn't necessarily the world's greatest, but I enjoyed it, and it was good to see the old crew back together again. Would I have done things differently? Absolutely, but it was still enjoyable. All right, so they're beginning to make some of the bots. Hopefully we'll be able to see one get completed. We need a bot chassis to be completed. Yeah, that is the truth. Of course, now he's also responsible, or his ancestors are responsible for Khan, so that's even more complicated than ever. They were fun, Dragon. Ah. Enterprise D was a classic. And without knowing what happens to the E, they needed to do something about it. To put us back in touch with the old school people like myself. Did I already have a hauler's post? I did have a hot. Oi! Thought that was a builder's post, not a hauler's post. Yeah, I did not like the G, and I don't think that was necessary. They could have kept the F around, even though it wasn't exactly very special in its own right, but at least it seemed more advanced. It seemed like it belonged there. There are gripes. You have legitimate gripes. And it wasn't just minor characters either. Some of the major ones. The captain of the ship in the third season that was taking them all around and being grumpy about Picard and even Riker for that matter. He had every right to be grumpy about it, and he was a great character. I can't think of his name. I want to say Majorca, but I don't think that's right. You're absolutely welcome, Dragon. But rumor is he may get his own show or may somehow or another return. Who knows? But he had potential. And they didn't need to kill him off. But they did. Can we please get these explosives over here? Yeah, Icheb is awesome. I was sad to see Rolaren die. Commander Shelby... They didn't need to kill any of them, to be frank. But somebody had to die to make it feel... to up the stakes, more or less, to make everything feel like anyone could die. But to bring back Ensign Rogue, or Commander Rogue, whatever her actual rank was by the time she perished, after all these years, and then just to let her die, that was a shame. And unnecessary. Okay, we got a day and a third to survive. The good news is they're finally working on these. So we'll be able to save water in here. If we choose to. Yeah. You are not wrong at all. And the whole unexplained android uprising. I mean, yeah, they linked it to the Romulans, but the Romulans were equally interested in androids. And why do they have a secret faction of, God, I can't even think of their secret service or secret society, their intelligence agency. Why did they have that faction that was so anti-android all of a sudden and supposedly for hundreds of years, but all of a sudden they popped up and were so anti-android. Why? That didn't make a huge amount of sense to me. But I get it. There are lots of things we don't know about the Star Wars universe or Star Trek universe or this universe or that universe, but some of these things need to be a little more explained than they were. This is the truth. I mean, some of the things in the original series, in original Next Generation series, could have been conceived or seen as supernatural threats, something existential. The Borg, when they were introduced, weren't just a threat to the Federation, they were a threat to all life in the Alpha Quadrant and the Beta Quadrant. But they eventually got kind of diminished, only occasionally popping back up as a major threat to the entire galaxy. They were too heavily depended on in Voyager, in my opinion. I don't mind the Borg, it's just the non-stop threats of everything in Voyager really was not all that great. Though, to be honest, Voyager was my least favorite of the Next Generation era series. I still watched it regularly, but a lot of that just didn't work for me. I acknowledged they were trying to get back home, but it became so much about war and combat all the time and the special effects instead of exploration, which it was supposed to be, which it started out as. And it just kind of lost my interest, really. I stopped caring about Voyager very early on. And that was a problem that I had with Enterprise when it got into the whole Xindi war. That was completely pointless since it had never been discussed before. Xindi did not exist before Enterprise. And then it's all of a sudden this thing that happened, and Earth had gotten attacked, and we went and assaulted the Xindi to get revenge, and it just didn't fit right. I liked Enterprise, conceptually, but that entire plot line was very annoying to me as a Star Trek fan. As an old school Star Trek fan. You have to step very carefully. And the problem with the Paramount execs at the time was, we don't really care as long as we get viewers. And as a result of getting viewers, we get more money because we have more people paying attention in sponsorships. Alright, we hit the end. Woohoo! The drought is over. Get all pumps working. All right, what is our water level looking like? 0.38. That's going to take a while to fill up. What about here? 0.39. Lower it down to 0.4. Ooh. The Cardassians have a better fashion sense. Garrick will see to that. That is also true. Okay, what is our water level looking like? 0.56. Okay, that's climbing rapidly. That's good news. I would say Garrick is possibly the best. Period. Like most of the Cardassians initially, I wanted to hate him, but he was so well written and, more importantly, acted that he is, without a doubt, my favorite character on Deep Space Nine. I love almost all the characters on Deep Space Nine, but he is by far my favorite. Alright, that should start spilling over in a moment. Well, shortly. Oh no, I didn't. Andrew Robinson. I didn't know he wrote a novel. I need to look that up and see if I can find a copy, or maybe buy it digitally. A stitch in time. Got it. Makes sense, given he was a tailor. or rather, pretended to be a tailor. What's our water level looking like here? 0.3 timing. Did we not have anyone gathering? I mean, these bushes are just now getting old enough to actually produce fruit, but I thought we had a gatherer over here. Oh, we'll build one real quick. I think I've heard of the Martok book. A lot of the Deep Space Nine novels kind of got, I don't want to say weird, but kind of pushed to the side and were more easily dismissed and not nearly as well marketed. I read a number of them. And I read a number of the Next Generation and even some of the old original series novels. I feel silly for wasting so many resources down there, but eh. I read a few at the time when they were new, or the series were still on the air. I mainly read a lot of the things since then, but not everything, obviously. Okay, if you're just hanging out, you can do something else. Oof. We're down to 2 survivors over here. Not good. This is District 8. Oh, absolutely. You don't even have to sell me on that. Just telling me of its existence is enough for me to be interested. Oof. Lost a lot of here. A lot of them here. Because we couldn't get water or food over here. Which is my chief problem with this game. I lose more people due to bad import-export issues than I do to actual game problems. You know, not having the foresight to do this, that, or the other, that's one thing. But I lose more beavers because they can't get it together and move food and water around. Certainly not within a timely manner. Well, I guess we're not going to have any bots over here for a while. So I may as well shut these things down until the population returns to normal. Okay, so we have 6 workers over here. 1 there. There shouldn't be any... Well, 1 here. So 2 over here. Where are all the rest? There's none there. One. I don't have any acting as haulers at the moment. Okay, what's your job? Works at the water pump, so that's 2. You. District crossing. I assume this district crossing. Yeah. So that's 3. 4. Okay, I am going to go ahead and end the stream, but just trying to get a feel for what the heck's going on with these stupid beavers. I mean, brilliant beavers. Okay, so they finished building these out. Good. Okay, did they get started on this? Yes. Nearly half the planks needed, over half the metal blocks. And a long way away from the right number of gears. Well, you need the districts because there's only so far away they can go effectively and efficiently from the district center. So, you see these green lines here? They progressively get lighter and lighter until they turn yellow, like right here, and eventually red, which means they're almost as far as they can go effectively from that spot. And so you typically would build district crossings in order to get them to go somewhere else. Now, with the relatively recent upgrades or improvements, including zip lines, which I have not used before, I'm not even sure where they are at the moment. Ah, here. Zipline station and zipline pylon and so forth. You supposedly can go further without having to worry about that, but yeah, you can do it to a certain extent, but it gets very difficult. They become less likely to want to do it or to do it efficiently or effectively. And so you generally don't want them to go any further than necessary. And if you have a short route to something, it's faster for them to go and take care of it or do whatever there. And let's take this up to 90. There's our water depth here, 0.2. Shorter, more concise supply lines means that everybody moves faster, and resources, in theory, should go from one area to another faster. In theory. But let's go ahead and save it and call it a night. I'll be back tomorrow in roughly 12 hours, well, 11 hours, for some Minecraft. At least that's my goal, to play Minecraft tomorrow. In the meantime, I hope everyone has a great night and great day tomorrow if I don't see you. And I thank you again for Bernie for stopping on by and chatting. And everyone else, I'll see you again soon. Have a great night. Bye.
I will be the last to fall. I won't shed a tear for them to see. I won't have your name to call. 'Cause I will be the last to fall.